What's up, everybody? It's Darren, Berkeley Pro, Javi Garcia. I want to talk to you a little bit more about some topwater fishing. We had a prior video. We talked about some topwater baits. I'm going to go over 3 baits really fast here. Simple ways to rig them, fish them, what to do, how to do. These are Berkeley topwater baits. I'm going to start out with the first one, the Driftwalker 110. Little walking style bait. Bad dude right here. This is a great way to catch fish right now this time of year. It's really anytime you're catching them on top water. Years ago, I'd said that I'd won one of my first BFLs was on top water. It was an amazing day. ESPN was there filming. Tommy Sanders was there. It was a really cool deal. And that water was like 58 degrees. So anywhere from about 56 to 58, I start looking at top water fishing. I start toying with it. And it's different style baits. But this little Driftwalker 110 is a walking style bait. And what I do is I throw this thing on 20-pound monofilament. I throw it most of the time on a 7 to 7'2" rod. I like a moderate action rod, but even have thrown this on a a rod that's got the same action like your spinner baits, bladed jig type rods. I've thrown there, but the reason I throw it on 20-pound monofilament is monofilament absorbs water. Okay, so mono actually floats. If you were to take and use this on a 12-pound line, a fluorocarbon or something that sinks, you're actually going to pull that bait down a little bit. I've had people fish with me many a time, and Zell Rowland years ago when I was a kid actually taught me about a popping style bait and the correct way to throw it and what you're listening for and little things you can do. But I've had people fish side by side me before that I'll catch a few more fish than them sometimes on topwater bait, and it's those little bitty differences. But I throw it on minimum of 20 pound. Okay, big old heavy line floats really high in the water column, so my bait sits there and does what it's supposed to do. Okay, so there's the Driftwalker. Great way to catch fish right now, pre-spawn, during the spawn, post-spawn. Not a lot of noise, but they eat it. Okay, many colors available in this. We've got 2 sizes of this too, but I love this little 110. The next one's sort of the same style bait. This is our spin rocket. Difference, you've got propellers on here, okay? Now, a little difference, this bait, I'm throwing it on braid. And reason being, I'm usually fishing this around a lot of vegetation. I throw it anywhere from 30-40 pound braid, but I use a 20 to 25 pound monofilament leader. And reason being, anytime you take a bait on braid that you twitch, that braid's going to wrap up in those fusion hooks. Okay, it's going to happen. So by using that monofilament leader, and it doesn't have to be a long one, I use about anywhere from about a foot to 16 inches is all I need on this. But there again, it's 20 to 25 pound monofilament. It floats, and also too, as you twitch and give that slack line, it doesn't get entangled in that. Now the spin rocket, and you see that. Propellers at both ends. That's our version of a devil's horse. And Florida, it's a Staples down there. It's a bait that catches fish all across the nation. But it's a real subtle bait. What I like about this, you throw it over there on top of a grass mat, in the lily pads around the edges, or a bed, and it makes a lot of commotion, a lot of noise, but doesn't move real far. You can twitch it. A lot of noise. The propellers spin, they stop. So lots of things going on, not just flash, a little bit of bait action and everything. You've got these dual blades going too. So that is the spin rocket. Great bait. You need to try those out if you've never tried it. Now, one of my little babies here that I really shouldn't even show it. I can't say enough about this bait. Many fish, several dollars won on this bait. From right now going forward until the cold of winter coming back. There you go. Yeah, this little guy right here is called the Spin Bomb, and it's just a short fat version. It's got propellers at both ends. You can see, you gotta be easy. These guys will hook you. Got a little feathered treble. There you go. Propellers at both ends. I throw this pretty much always on 30-pound braid, but I've got that 20 to 25-pound monofilament leader. It don't matter around trees, around aquatic vegetation, around a bed, around a dock, under the shade of overhanging trees, on bluffs. This bait will catch them. I remember the first trip out with this bait several years ago. Got my hands on them. Knocked their lights out. And from that point forward, this has been a staple of my topwater. Matter of fact, I've got one rod dedicated to this. It's a 7-foot moderate fast, and it's got 30-pound braid. I've got a Revo X, and now I've swapped all my reels. I have the Gen 5 reels, using a lot of Xenon reels too. Love the Xenons. And I'll tell you, the Zada, if you haven't tried those are phenomenal reels. Only available in one gear ratio, but that is a great bait caster. But my new Revo Gen 5s, and if you hadn't tried one, you want to try one, shout at me. I'll gladly loan you one of mine and let you try some of our new reels. But I throw it on a 7-foot moderate fast rod, 30-pound braid. There again, a leader. Anywhere from a foot to about 16 inches is all you need. Don't need much, because this is a bait you twitch, and you don't get that entanglement of your hooks with the braid. Spin bomb. That's all we're gonna say. Many great colors in that bait. I throw Danold. Kind of like Donald, but Danold. I throw that. That is my color. I do throw the bluegill colors. I've got some of the matted finish, shad patterns, but Danold, day in, day out, that's the one. So anyways, just little tidbits. Get on the topwater bite. It's happening. You can go stand on a bank right now, and you're going to get topwater bites. It's fun. If you have fish missing them, always keep a bait there that you can back it up with, where it be a floating style worm, or just like our Max Scent General, the power bait General. Back it up with that. If you have one come up and blow up on the bait, fire that bait back over there, wacky rigged, or Texas rigged without a weight. Nico rigged. Our fusion hooks, we've got a great little wacky weighted head. Throw it over there with that little 16th on, and back it up and catch that fish. Then again, a lot of times you can fire right back in there and they're still waiting on it. But anyways, good luck, good fishing. Get out there and try these baits. Hope you like them.